Get ready, folks. You have heard it here first. And this is going to be the event of the millennia. So, what am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about a beast that has just been discovered, and it's coming to pay us a visit in our neighborhood. What am I talking about? I'm talking about a comet. In this case, we are talking about Comet C2017K2 Pan-STAR. So we'll just call it K2. This was discovered in May by NASA's Hubble telescope, and it is the furthest active inbound comet ever seen at a whopping distance of 1.5 billion miles from the sun. That's beyond Saturn's orbits, folks. Now, it's slightly warmed by the remote sun. Can you imagine being out 1.5 billion miles and still getting warmth off of our star? It has already begun to develop an 80,000 mile wide fuzzy cloud of dust called the coma, enveloping a tiny solid nucleus of frozen gas and dust. Now, it is still 5 years away. Now, K2 has been traveling for millions of years from its home in the frigid outer regions of the solar system, where the temperatures are about minus 440 degrees Fahrenheit. The comet's orbit indicates that it came out of the Oort cloud, a spherical region almost a light year in diameter across. Now, to give you some context of what a light year is, just figure 6 trillion miles, thereabouts. And it's actually 5.8 something, but round it off. In this case, I mean, what's a couple of 100 million, right? So it's come out of the Oort cloud. They think that this comet, in the region that it came from, is probably, they think, maybe at the very early forming of our solar system. So you can see what we're talking about. And since it comes out of the Oort cloud, listen, we're discovering more and more things about the Oort cloud. Mike Brown over at Caltech has written a number of papers detailing that they have measured huge, I don't know if you can call them planets. They're huge spheres. Some are as big as our solar system. Now that is big. We do know this, folks, that they have now found at Göbekli Tepe the civilization that documented when a comet hit the Earth 12,800 years ago. It nearly was an LE, life-eliminating event. It just about hit it. Humanity that survived and came out of that, they came out of they went in seeing one world, they came out seeing a whole different others. We know that the Earth has been hit in the past. I've shown you that in many different animations. This is a still from one. And when you strip the water off of the planet, you can begin to see how the planet has, in fact, been hit. It's been hit by planetoids, comets, asteroids, meteorites. It's a remarkable living creature when you think about it. Modern man has never witnessed anything like this, folks. I'm telling you now, so that there is a documented record, a video, telling you this is going to absolutely fill the collective consciousness. K2 is so far from the sun and so cold that they're surprised seeing the chemical reaction. this doesn't normally happen until a comet is much closer in, typically in the inner solar system. So this is going to be a sight to behold. Not only is it the largest comet ever discovered, it's also the most primitive. They're saying, again, that this was probably around in the formation of our solar system. And it was discovered in May, folks, May 2017. Very, very recent. So when you compare K2 to the comet that we landed on and got samples from, oh, I mean, it is so much bigger. This comet, and they're just estimating it just by the photographs from Hubble. They're starting to do the gas analysis, the light spectrum analysis, estimating 12-mile nucleus. This rock and snow and dirty ice, whatever you want to call it, that it's made up, we found out so much when we landed the probe on the comet that was going through during the spring. And I can't remember that real quick. But this one, the coma, is already 10 Earth's diameter, 80,000 plus miles and growing. It's big. Very, very big. Anticipated arrival date, late 2022, early 2023. Again, this is the outer band right outside our orbit. This is typically where most of our comets come from. This one is coming out from way up here, folks, way up. We're already seeing it. Again, 1.5 billion miles away, and only has a nucleus of 12 miles. They don't understand why it's already reacting. Here's when it was discovered back in May. Now, could you imagine the shock? And it looks like it was Mike Olson from Denver, Colorado, who apparently looks like discovered this beast. It's all you can call it. It's a beast. It's huge, folks. So there you get some ideas. And they'll be updating this. They'll be measuring it much closer. And it's not due to come near the Earth. Let me just tell you right now, because you're going to hear it. Trust me, you're going to hear it. It is not going to come anywhere near our zip code, our neighborhood, our Earth. So keep that in mind. Here, they've done the graph chart analysis, and you can see that it runs pretty much right here about April, May, June. I'm telling you, if this is an event that I think it's going to be, maybe both hemispheres will actually begin to see it. A little bit more closer to the detail. And you can see it's not going to come anywhere near the inner solar system. So we're fine, but we're going to get a visual treat, folks. I'm telling you, from what I'm reading already, and we're going to, it's just discovered, we'll see more of this within the next 6 months. It could very well be the brightest object in the sky outside of the sun. Already, it's anticipated that it will fill the day or night sky. That's how bright and big this is going to be. When we saw Comet McNulty that came through, I think it was McNaught, excuse me, it was a southern hemisphere event. We in the northern hemisphere didn't get to see it. And from the pictures, this is one, it was spectacular. And that fuzzy little thing there in the fuchsia color right here, there it is. Oh, what did I do there? Sorry about that, my bad. So there it is right there. Again, I'm sure we're going to send probes out there. It's 5 years away yet. So imagine what this comet, multiply it by 50. That's going to be bright. Again, modern man has never seen anything of this magnitude. You can see it there. Now, these are planet killers. Absolutely, they are. We saw what Schumacher-Levy did to Jupiter. And had that been Earth, oh, my. That'd have been a bad, bad day. And just go back and look at the pictures from when Schumacher-Levy, which was a comet, broke up in Jupiter's orbit. But again, this is not going to hit us. But it does bring up another question. What else? I mean, and this is just my hypothesis. I believe, and I have no evidence to build this on other than what I've read and then conjecture, that our galaxy, the Milky Way, is colliding right now with the dwarf Sagittarius galaxy. Now, I always look at this as a billiard table. You've got your rocks, right? Your planets, objects. They're all cool. Now, the universe is moving very quickly. It's expanding. Now, along comes something, and it not only hits one, but I mean, it comes in there and hits a bunch. Well, that would then start a domino effect. I call it the billiard effect. Now, what this tells me is that we still don't understand some of the very basics about our universe, our galaxy, our solar system, our planet, our sun. But this is going to be the event of the millennia. Count on it. I'm going to start selling t-shirts soon. And this is something else you can count on. This is going to be used by every religion as a sign of God. If I could get a bet right now in Vegas, I am going to tell you within 2 years from now of this date, you will begin to see the YouTube flooded, Facebook flooded, the social media flooded. This is a sign from God. This is his sign in the heavens. And they'll give you some kind of cockamamie verse or something to go with it. But don't believe it. Don't buy it. Don't try to sell it. Watch it and enjoy. Learn. Become an astronomer. Pick up alchemy. Learn about the laws, not superstition. Because we are still learning. What mankind's total knowledge of the solar system, of our planets, of our galaxy, of the universe itself, would not fill a half of a thimble. We are as babies. And yet, we make firm conclusions, predictions, based upon, for the moment, many times, ignorance. Because the fact is, we know so little. How we can see a binary star system. I believe our sun is a binary star. I believe that it will be discovered in the future that they will locate the twin to our sun. It very well may be that that orbit is, in fact, 24,000, 36,000, maybe 100,000 years in its orbit. We don't know. And you can't say that I'm wrong. We didn't know that this existed. If I would have told you in January of this year that a huge comet in 5 years is going to go past by us and it's going to absolutely light up the nighttime sky, probably the daytime sky, you'd have told me I was nuts. Now you're learning that there will be one. What I'm trying to say, how do you know what you do not know or comprehend? Now, they said that this was not of the Jupiter class. Yes, Jupiter has its own class of asteroids and comets, apart from our sun. Maybe there's something to Jupiter after all. I think what it really comes down to is this. We don't know. It would not surprise me to wake up and see it splattered across the worldwide headlines. A rogue planet has been discovered. Might be even Mike Brown and his group out at Caltech. I don't know. Might be some amateur astronomer down in Australia, Tanzania, Tasmania. I don't know. But it would not surprise me because we don't know. We don't know what we do not know or what we cannot yet comprehend. We marvel now that we have satellites that can catch the moons of other planets as they go by. And so it begins, my friends. The hysteria will be off the charts. Count on it. Get yourself prepared. We're going to see just how far we have regressed as a species. Those primal fears of our ancestors. Now, they saw a comet coming in. They saw it as it was actually hitting. I doubt we're going to see that. At least I hope not in my lifetime. But count on it. The hysteria is going to be crazy. So get ready. It's going to cause the collective consciousness to start spinning. I'm telling you, it's going to reach a fever pitch. And I'm telling you, keep the gravity on, quick. Know what I'm saying? You're going to need to be grounded, folks, because here it is. We live, when I see this planet, and the fact that we now have the ability to see our planet. Oh, folks, how can you say that that's not a living, sentient being? Beautiful. I've never seen a woman more beautiful. It's a giver of life, provides life to us and so much others, other species, other animals, plants, fish, aquatic. It's ever changing. Its resiliency is amazing. I see planets now as life beings. And these beings have very long lifespans. And you and I will forever and always be part of this living entity. So what I'm saying, now's the time. Get yourself founded, centered. That's what we're about. We'll marvel at the heavens as they display their wonders and awe. We'll be mesmerized by the Mother Earth and how she continues to amaze us. And each of us will grow. Each of us will follow our paths. We will come to a time where we'll put these bodies down and we'll be free. We'll make the transition. And as a person who I met early in my youth, Barry McGuire, I still remember him saying that he says upon his death, he says, God, I just want to be a space cowboy. Right there with him. All right, folks, be kind to Earth, be kind to yourself. And remember, fear is the mind killer. We don't want that. All right, we'll talk soon.